Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about Journaia. And I know a lot about this country, and wait, what? Hey, dude, not cool. Dude, you sent me all the way back to the original spawn spot. Why'd you do that?
Oh, serves you right, because you're about to tell a bunch of lies.
Ugh, well, it's going to take me forever to get back, so thanks for stealing my episode.
Hey guys, welcome to Nations of Minecraft. It's me, Sandianexpress, and I was about to Afterman was about to give like a bunch of lies about Journaia, so I just basically killed him and send him all the way to Regionella, the original spawn spot. And today I'm going to be talking about Journaia. Journaia or Gernessian is a city located in the eastern part of the world. Now, Gernessian as bureaucratic wise, it's just one city. It's technically a city state with a bunch of land. Yeah, as you can see, it's just that one city and that's it. There's nothing else. Its biomes consist of mainly four things: bamboo, plateau, dead fields, and desert. It's pretty much like not that arable, really, for land. Um, its climate, its climate's kind of weird because it's you would think it's in a desert and you would think that it's a warm climate, right? No, it isn't. It's actually a very cooler climate. It's not a hot desert. It's a very coldish desert shrub field. Anyway, now let's go to its humidity. Its humidity, as you go towards like the west, it gets less humid. But then if you go towards Jarvis, which is a very little island, as you can see right there, yeah, right there. That's where it's very humid because it's near the Deeston River. Um, so it's ethnicity. Yeah, technically, okay. Technically, people are quote unquote Journaian, but like very complicated. There's a lot of like other ethnicities into it, so there's not like a Journaian ethnicity. So the history of Journaia or Journessi started with this tribe called the Navakat tribe that was located on the now Navakat River. But there used to be like a little village there in the tribe, but they never. But this village was made up of villagers, and they never really traded or like. Well, they never really interacted that much with the Navakat tribe. So then afterwards, Sponar, the tribe from the south, invades Navakat and they conquer it. And then after a while, the Deeston Empire forms in the west. Now, the Navakashans in the north, they don't really like Sponar, and so like they would really help Deeston invade and like conquer Sponar by giving them intel and all that. So then Deeston does that. After a while, Deeston then like establishes his capital in the former Navakat tribal region, and then soon afterwards he expands his empire westward into the Deeston Empire. And then after a while, after the Deeston Empire fell, even though it fell afterwards, everybody spoke like Deestant, the language called Deestant, which was and all the other regional languages was based off of that. Then the Green Plateau came, where Crafterman is like settled with the Green Plateau. And then he decided one day to just walk out of his plateau, and then he discovered the said village that I was talking about earlier, and he renamed it Village 10. So after a while, after settling that up, then there was the Civil War and all of the dilemma. Then afterwards, we formed the province of Navakat, which was now then the city was that village was renamed Journaia. It was under the province of Navakat because he wanted to name it after the former Navakat tribe. Then afterwards, the Titans came and they tried to invade Navakat they started invading a lot of the GP provinces. Then like they invaded from the west, and they invaded from the east, and then as soon before they were poised to take Navakat, but soon we discovered, and they were going to take. They invaded Manplan so that they could steal the source code for the mods or for the Minecraft server, so they could destroy Crafterman's world. But then I decided, hey, let's just become semi-autonomous and let's go and like kick the Titans' butt. So yeah, I decided to do that. I decided to develop my own military, and then I just went in, just conquered everybody, like just pushed back the Titans, and we were winning. So the Green Plateau and all of that. So then afterwards, the Titan War ended. And soon after we established the Novice Empire, I left the Green Plateau on good terms, and I was like, okay, I think I want to lead something of my own. And so, yeah, here we have the Novice Empire. First emperor, me. After a while, after I left after a while because I didn't want to rule. Noviket slowly started to deteriorate. I gave it to my successor, Ramdos. I just don't. And there's like a huge succession. I don't want to get into that right now. But so I basically succeeded to Ramdos. Then Ramdos went to his other successor, and it went down. And after a while, the empire started to stagnate, started to slowly creak apart. Very, very slowly. So the fall of Noviket is a very, very confusing thing, even for like me. I didn't know how. I only learned about it later on, but whatever. So it started with Ravinia leaving very, very. Then the Vertian countries left, which was at the time called Vertia. Then Manplatin. Then all the countries in the eastern provinces left, except for Hanakwa. And so we realized, okay, this empire thing is gonna fall. It's not gonna work for the long term. So what we decided was we gave Hanakwa and Vinter and Oria and Kalia, all the provinces that were disconnected from us, independence. And then we decided, hey, we can split up our core territories into general, like, little, like, military cliques. So Ashwenroth was, like, the leader of Gernessian. Osrul was the leader of Torimon to the south of Gernessian. Then Shamu Khan, whatever that guy, he was in charge of Russia.
Sand does not know anything about region history, and I do, so it's Shlemukshnas. Anyway, continue.
Okay, shut up. Okay, I'm talking about Gernessian. God damn it, shut up. Okay, now, all right. Where was I? Yes, Ashwenroth and that guy. Then there's Karvor in the north. Then Mordovir in the east with Claytonia. So, after the fall of the Novice Empire, the state of Journaia formed, and it was basically its own like little military clique that was run by Ashwenroth. Then Ashwenroth and Thero, they had a war over resources. Then they got into a war with Torimon because Osrul decided, hey, I want to conquer Journaia, but then Ashwenroth was like, nope. Then afterwards, the people got tired of Ashwenroth and they overthrew him, and then they formed the Republic of Journaia. Hey, we became a republic. Then after a while, we decided the countries of Regia, who were near us, and the country of Torimon, who also had a similar revolution overthrowing Osrul, they basically formed, like, the Novakashian Confederation.
And I just want to point out that the Novakashian Confederation never treated Regia well, and Regia was totally justified in joining the glorious Claytonian Empire.
Okay, are you the one making the video, or am I making the video? Shut up, okay? Go back.
I'm supposed to be making the video.
They didn't join Claytonia. Okay, just shut up. All right? They didn't join Claytonia. They joined Claytonia because they were bribed. All right? Never mind. Moving on. Then there was another country that joined them, Lonia, and then like the island off of Trigon, which is. Then afterwards, the Pillager Wars happened, which was like. A worldwide event. It's too complicated for this video. Then afterwards, Claytonia decided to form their little stupid ass empire, and then they decided to steal Resia, because they bribed them rather than them joining that.
No, it's because they're excluded. Regia was excluded, and Claytonia.
Oh, they weren't excluded. They weren't excluded. We didn't even have a tariff on them. We didn't have a tariff. All right? If we had a tariff, then okay, yes, they were excluded. But we didn't. We had a tariff against Claytonia. They bribed them. Okay, shut up. It's my video.
It was supposed to be mine, but you killed me.
Okay, fine. I'm telling the truth. You will tell lies. Okay, shut up. Alright, so then here we are today. Sorry about that. Crafter's talking out of his ass. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically where we are. So with Journaia, our relationship, we're going to talk about how our relationships are with our neighboring countries. So obviously, we don't like Claytonia. That's like the most obvious thing you can think of. Because they claim to be the remnant of Diston, which they're not. Actually, it could be debated that either Thero or Journaia is a descendant of Diston, but whatever. We don't like them. Uh, like a little staring competition. Like we suspect of them of really inglorious crimes against animals. Anyway, so then yeah, they stole Resia from us. So Resia, we're kind of like sad that they left, and we kind of are like heartbroken. Like, oh no, why, why? Anyway, no, you're talking. I'm not. All right. Then it's Zero. We used to kind of hate each other, like with our guts, like because we were too before Claytonia showed up out of nowhere. With their banking money, Zero and Journaia were debating who was the actual heir of Diston. All right, the debate was between Zero and Journaia, but then over time we gradually became like, okay, we're fine, we're good, we like each other. Well, we don't like each other. We're just kind of on good terms. Then Lonia, which is one of the Vertian states, they're in the Confederation and they love us. Then Tibrig, they love us. Initially, they didn't join the Confederation because they were like, all right, we just want to be our own thing. But over time, they were like, oh, okay, I want to join Journaia. I like them so much. I want to be good friends with them. So Lonia is in the Confederation. Then Tibrig isn't, but they like Journaia a lot. And Journaia's like, okay, yeah, alright, cool, admire me. But Bodam, on the south, the third version state, does not like us. Because we didn't really help them really that much. They think like they're just oppressors from like the north. Yeah, that's how the Bodamies or whatever but they also like Tibwig. So, that means technically we're supposed to be allies, and Tibrig likes us, so we're supposed to be allies. But like we don't. But Bodam doesn't like us. The next nation should be yeah, and because the only reason why we like them is because the only reason why we're allied is because of Claytonia, really. That's it. Otherwise, we would hate each other. Now, with Genesis, it's an interesting case because it's kind of complicated. Uh, they like us. We're like, okay, we're in good terms with them. Just But sometimes it gets to them. But when they start doing their little conversion therapy thing against the non-Christians, even the Christians in Journaia, yeah, there are Christians in Journaia. You didn't know that, now you know. They tend to be like, all right, just calm down, Genesis. All right, don't go into your like Bible bashing spree. All right. So with Man Platin, now Man Platin and Journaia are like brothers from another mother. That wasn't right. Okay, never mind. But we're good friends. So we tend to get really good, and we're good relations. So we like each other. We're pretty on good terms, really well. We're high five. We're like, but then sometimes they annoy us with riches. They're like, hey, look at how rich I am. They're like, cool, man. I know you have like 5 Bugattis. Okay, we don't care. That's like a little real life term. Anyway, it's kind of like that. It's like having 5 cars. Now with Hanakwa, we like Hanakwa. Even though we're on opposite sides of this little stupid conflict, we actually like Hanakwa. Hanakwa and us, like, even though Hanakwa is allied with, like, Claytonia, Gernessian and Hanakwa are, like, we're, like, intellectuals. We're, like, fellow intellectuals sharing ideas. Gernessian is very famous in the world for being the economics intellectuals. And, like, you know, Hanakwans are famous for being inventive. And so we bring those two, like, an abstract with a very scientific approach together to make a very good, like, you know, idea machine. So that's why we like. Now, with our other with Oria, we have a respectful relations. Generally, because like the Mithroids like us. The Mithroids, they actually thanked me for trying to resettle the Relicans back into Relica. During the D-Stun realm, they were kicked out of the island, and they were kicked onto like Oria. So yeah, so they respect us. We respect them. Now with Winter, even though we're on the same side, we hate them. Like, we don't like them. They are literally the most incel of all incels. They are incels, but they like us. I don't know why. I really, they like Venturon even has books that are in like D-Stunt, and we're like, dude, get your economy together, because our relations with other countries depend on whether they're good, A, on good relations, or B, they have good economics. With the other countries, we like them because they have good economics. Winter, they are a dictatorship, and they have like a one party, and they have a one man state, which is like, oh my god, why do you like this? Ugh. But our best friends in our this whole thing is Tormund. We basically have the same history. We're both like really good friends, and we always stay watch for each other's back.
Okay, so at least San is letting me do this segment where I list all the top notable sites. So most of them are in the city of Journaia, as San said. Most of the country of Journaia is centered around the city, so they are. So there's the airport, one of the few airports in the world. There's this radio station where they broadcast Journaia News Network. There's the seat of the Navakeshan Confederation. The Capitol building of the Confederation is here. The old Navakeshan Imperial Castle is also here. The old Distan Imperial Palace is here, yeah. This city and the area of this city was where a lot of empires and confederations and stuff were based. It's a very, very important city. There's the Gernessian Lion that is right over here. It's pretty cool because the lion's kind of like their mascot. There's this rocket. I don't know if it works, but they've built a rocket. They're trying to compete in like the space race or whatever. Probably doesn't work though. It's way too heavy. It's like made out of iron blocks. And is this what's supposed to launch them off? Like seriously. There are these bamboo farms. They're trying to like reforest some of their area. And they actually have the only Hindu temple in the world, and they have a church. Yeah, Journaia has a lot of. It's mostly non-religious, but it has many different religious communities, both internal and external religions. An internal religion is one that developed in this Minecraft world, and an external religion like Christianity and Hinduism is one that a player brought into this world. Okay, there's also the Bridge of Navaket that connects Navaket and Toromon, and it goes over the Navaket River. Sorry. The Bridge of Navaket connects Journaia and Toromon. It goes over the Navaket River. And there's this famous old mob tower. There's an underground train station. There's an above-ground train station. Yeah, they take their trains pretty seriously here. And there's this wall on the border with Thero. That's a pretty long wall since they used to always fight over territory. They still try to grow some crops, even though the land is not great for farming. And lastly, there's this island of Jarvis, which kind of has its own slightly different cultural identity, even though it's literally just one small island with some pirates.
So in conclusion, Gernessian is a very important country that's like has like center of pretty much a lot of drama, and also has a lot of things to offer. Stay tuned. Kalia is up next.
Okay, guys, finally, I'm back. I made it.
Okay.
Is there still time to make any of the episode?
It's already done. Bye.
Hey, no fair. But everything you just heard was lies. It's all fake. It's all fake news, folks. All fake.
Oh, he's lying. No, it was all truth. All right, now die. Why are you not dying? Okay, finally you good.